G'day and welcome to Nerd Sub. Welcome to Nerd Subculture. My name is Jared.
And I'm Edwina.
I probably should restart this, but I'm not gonna. Welcome to our Once More with Feeling series on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We are up to Season 3, Episode 10, Amends. This episode first aired December 15th, 1998, written and directed by
Joss
Whedon. Whedon.
Or Jose Whedon.
Jose Whedon.
Jose Whedon.
Jose Whedon. Yes, Eddie, what have you got?
This is a full spoiler podcast.
Yes. Yep.
I'm a huge fan of the... Can we just start again?
No, we just keep them. We're rolling. Still going with it.
All right. This is a full spoiler podcast. I am a huge fan of the show, but Jared has never watched it all the way through, and I'm trying to prove that it is.
I don't care.
Time.
Yeah. This one's a bit of a slog for me. I don't know. Yeah, after last week's episode. Yeah, it was a bit meh for me. Meh. Yeah, meh. What about you?
As the Joss Whedon written directed episodes go, this is definitely on the lower end of the scale.
Right.
It's not a bad episode, but I find this one a little self-indulgent.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. You really read into these sometimes, Eddie, don't you? I'm just kind of on the surface level of this show when I watch it. And you get pretty deep with it. I suppose you've seen it a few times and you know what's going on and you can see the subtext.
Well, the thing is that it's a backdoor pilot pretty much for the TV series Angel to spin off.
A backdoor pilot.
So like where a TV show does an episode and all of it, like CSI used to do it all the time.
Sounds like some sort of aviator gay porn anyway.
Supernatural has tried to do it a number of times, and it's pretty much you introduce like pretty much like the way that this one has been done has been very subtle. They haven't introduced any new characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in most shows,
I remember that. What was that? Persons of Interest. The second last episode, they did something similar.
Yeah.
Where they brought back these ensemble of characters, and they even had a little moment where they stood and looked at each other, saying, "Oh, where do we go from here now?"
Yeah.
Almost so they were going to continue on with something else, but it never eventuated.
Yeah. Supernatural do it all the time. Like I think they tried it 3 or 4 times, and it never
caught on. So
it's
almost like a mini pilot in a continuing series.
I think the first time I ever saw, I think Bones did it, and I think I'd sort of cottoned on because at that point CSI were doing it all the time because they spun off so many different shows. And that was always obvious when they were doing the spin-off because they would introduce this cast of new characters.
I can remember like that girl with that funny accent actually stopped and said, "Oh, sorry, I forgot to introduce myself."
Yes, yes, exactly.
And midway through a conversation, so I've definitely seen that been done before. Yeah.
But I remember it being done it was in Bones. It was for a TV series called The Finder, and it was just so blaringly obvious because they brought in like an entire new cast, pretty much. It follows someone else. It doesn't follow the actual series regulars of Bones are barely in the episode.
So they're kind of the B plot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's generally what happens is that they'll focus on this other ensemble of characters and, your main characters are just the B plot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, this is,
This is the backdoor pilot.
Yeah.
Did you make up that term or was that?
No, I've heard it being used quite often, yeah. I think I've heard it first from watching some YouTube clip on, there's an episode of The Office that was meant to be a spin-off that it just never amounted to anything. Maybe you should do the summary.
All right, we're right halfway through the episode and haven't done the summary. It's like that thing where they do 10 minutes of the
Alias.
They do the intro 10 minutes into the show.
Yeah, Alias was really
Well, it's not really an intro, so all right, let's get this out the way. Bit of a short one, this one. It is Christmas in Sunnydale, and Angel is haunted with dreams of the people he murdered over the years as Angelus. Visions of his past victims, including Jenny Calendar, appear to him. When Buffy starts getting dragged into his memory nightmares, experiencing Angel's dreams also, they realize something unnatural is happening. Angel's visions develop and try to get him to kill Buffy, saying that he will be released from pain if he does so. Angel cannot bring himself to do this, so instead he opts to kill himself by standing on a hill and waiting for the sun to come up. Meanwhile, Oz tells Willow that he is willing to give their relationship another chance, while Cordelia is not as forgiving and resumes her previously hostile ways towards the Scooby Gang. Buffy and Giles figure out that the first evil has been driving Angel insane. Buffy finds the Bringers and pummels them. After the first appears to her, informing her that she cannot possibly fight it, and that Angel is about to be destroyed by the dawn's light, she runs to his mansion to stop him. Oz goes to Willow's house to watch videos only to find her dressed up and playing Barry White's music, intending to sleep with him.
Bow, chicken, wow, wow.
Oz appreciates the gesture, but explains to Willow that he wants their first time to be special rather than just a way for her to try and make things up to him. Buffy, who invited and ordered Faith to watch Joyce, finds Angel atop a hill behind the mansion, awaiting sunrise. However, the heat wave from which Sunnydale has been suffering abruptly ends, and the first flakes of snow start to fall. With the weather report saying the sun should not be expected to be seen all that day, Angel and Buffy take a walk through the town. Very lovely scene. The end.
Except there's no way in hell that snow was that thick that quickly.
Yeah, I think most of it was asbestos.
And sitting on the ground. It did kind of look like whipped cream or something.
Yeah. Apparently they did have an actual heat wave when they were filming this.
Okay.
And had to use fake snow because it was just melting. Yeah.
Of course. I think this episode's a bit of a take on Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. And, you know, the ghosts of the past.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah, I didn't make that connection at all.
Okay. The only reason I say this as well is because it's the only Christmas episode, and Joss is renowned for being an atheist. So.
Oh, you don't have to be religious to enjoy Christmas, though, I believe.
True.
Yeah. Well, we enjoy Christmas, and we're not religious at all.
I wouldn't say I enjoy it, but
often referred to as Stressmas.
Stressmas, yes. Yeah, so it's pretty much the only Christmas episode in the entire series. So therefore, it needs to serve a purpose, and I think the purpose is to have a little bit of a take on Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
Yeah, so you got the ghosts of Christmas past and
his present.
And his present. Did he see his death?
Whose death?
His own death. Or doesn't he see his death?
Well, he goes to kill himself.
Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his death, yep.
Yeah. Like he's quite determined to go kill himself. So yeah, that's why I was sort of thinking that way. The issue that I have, the biggest issue with this episode that I have, and it just always sticks in my mind when I come back to this episode. Because I kind of get this episode confused with Lover's Walk sometimes, and I think it's I don't know why. It's Buffy's fringe. It's the micro bangs.
I thought you were going to talk about something else in the story. It's her hair.
It's her hair.
Right, okay.
I think
something superficial like that.
So
Right.
superficial, but it's honestly the worst haircut in the entire like she has numerous hairstyles and haircuts throughout the series.
Yeah.
And this is the one. It is the worst one.
Right. I didn't even notice that either.
And it's often commented on. Sorry, I should have said, I think it's called a baby bang in America. They call it baby bangs.
Okay.
Which is like this very, very short fringe.
Okay.
I call it a micro bang, or a micro fringe.
Right.
I think that's what they called them here.
Did that Monica Lewinsky have one of those sort of hairdos, I think?
No, because it's like where it's not like a normal, so it's not like a normal fringe which comes to like your eyebrows. It's like right.
Okay, mid on your forehead.
Yeah. It's
like
you're
pointing to. No one knows what you're pointing at.
Okay, like middle of your forehead situation.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes even higher than that. Oh, we can get a little bit deep and meaningful.
Oh, can we?
Yeah. And
Let's.
this is, Angel has an existential crisis.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being haunted by all these ghosts of his past.
Mm.
He's just asking the questions. Why am I here? Why am I brought back? What is my purpose?
Yeah.
And he goes to Giles for help, and that scene.
Yeah, out of all people.
But that scene is just amazing.
Yeah. He's surprisingly cool about it, though. He does whip out the crossbow.
No, but if you see the look on his face, Anthony Stewart's head's face when he answers the door. So that's the first time that he's seen him since he's come back.
Yeah.
And the last time we saw him, he was torturing him.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can forgive people for not really... I know there's the obvious difference between the character and Jealous and Angel, but you forgive people when the person who was torturing you is standing in front of you asking for help, and people being a little conflicted with that.
Yeah.
So you got nothing. You got nothing.
Well, as I said, everyone does seem to get confused. But I honestly think there's a big difference between, because this also mentions him as a human. He was actually a horrible human.
Yeah.
As well.
Well, yeah, of his times, I guess he was quite normal.
Not really.
No. Okay.
No,
Nothing.
he was pretty much a millennial back then, just super privileged.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was privileged and spoilt and
Bohemian, is that what
No, further back than that.
Oh, right.
So, I think his family was wealthy, so he just used to spend his nights whoring and
Drinking
and
whoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a terrible disappointment to your parents. Yeah. So, yeah, he was a lovely guy, and he probably would have, and the truth is, he probably would have died of syphilis.
I hear you.
Which you find out is exactly what Darla was dying of when she was turned into a vampire.
So I was reading that the actress who played Miss Calendar, I've forgotten her name.
Rabia something.
Rabia, yeah. So she was apparently astounded to be back in the show, but wasn't happy to find out that she basically sort of played the devil, considering she's actually a born-again Christian.
So what? She's an actress. She's an actress. That's what you do.
You act. Yeah.
You act.
Yeah.
I hate this actors kind of I know it comes up a lot with mentally handicapped people. How dare you? Recently there was a movie, and they cast an actress in the role of a girl that had autism.
Yeah.
And quite severe autism. But you couldn't, and everyone was up in arms about it. Because they were like, oh, you should have gotten a autistic person to play the role.
That could have been difficult. I mean, yeah. It makes me wonder, remember What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Yeah.
That movie just wouldn't fly now, would it?
No.
That made Leonardo DiCaprio's career.
Yeah.
And, playing a person with a mental disability.
Again, playing an autistic person.
Yeah. But you kind of wonder, to have someone in that who has that disability to act out scenes. I'm not saying autistic people can't act, but when they have a severe disability, or someone is meant to have a severe disability, you kind of think it might be sort of limited to what they can do.
Yeah,
because they have a disability.
Yeah.
And that's part of acting.
But it's now this real politically incorrect.
Well, it
thing,
seems taboo, doesn't it? And I'm not. I don't know. I suppose it depends on the performance. If they're acting like what people think people act. If it's mockingly.
I think that's the other thing. Though it wasn't done mockingly, and it was a very uneducated approach.
There was that movie with Johnny Knoxville when he tried to compete in a Special Olympics or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Yeah, it didn't do very well. I've never seen it before, but I think something Cartman did very similarly in an episode of South Park.
Okay.
And he acted like, the duh sort of version of that, stereotypical way of how people think. But the funny part was that he was getting his ass kicked
Yes.
because they were actually really good.
Yes. Yeah.
Because he thought he could just, go in and kick ass. But it was proved otherwise.
Yes.
Which we mentioned once before with that British actor who is gay. I can't remember his name.
Yeah. Wentworth Miller.
Yeah, and apparently he doesn't want to play straight characters anymore.
Yeah. Then I was watching a movie with him in it the other night called The Loft, and it actually would have worked better if he was a gay character.
Okay.
I was actually watching it going, oh, I think he's actually and then no, it turned out he was actually had a crush on a girl that was ignoring him.
Oh, so he's not doing it then? Or is this an older movie?
No, it seems pretty recent.
Oh, okay. So maybe is there any truth to that or what? Maybe that was just something someone said or...
Yeah, I'm guessing it was hearsay because I was fully expecting him to be gay and then he wasn't.
Right, yeah, that's distracting.
I was fully expecting him to, and actually it would have fitted perfectly into the plot line.
And is that actress Kitty from the X-Men? I can't remember her name now. She's changed sex. She identifies as a male now.
Oh, Juno.
Yeah. And something about her not wanting to play female roles anymore.
Okay.
Well, I don't know whether that was true or not, but I remember people stating that maybe they could write in her transition into the show Umbrella Academy, which is a really good show if you haven't seen. I'm like, but that's not really... The actors' lives should be written into the show. I feel like that's when you're kind of losing, your actors are there to stand and talk, and not dictate, even though most often they usually do sort of dictate the show. Once they get more power and once they get more credibility, they end up becoming producers and stuff like that. So I suppose it's inevitable anyway, but yeah. What are we talking about again? Buffy.
No, but you brought up the fact that she was like, "Ooh, I can't play." I didn't realize I was playing in the devil.
Yeah, but that was that.
And it's offensive to me because you were playing a witch on a show called Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Well, who knows whether that's true or not? That could be hearsay.
You should say techno pagan. I just think it's hearsay, to be honest.
Yeah,
because she she called herself a techno pagan. If she was, and then going on about the devil's never mentioned in Buffy.
Yeah, well, I think it's heavily implied.
So the first is just meant to be like a pure evil.
Yeah, like a energy, basically.
Yes,
yeah,
pretty
sentient
much.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not actually a physical thing.
Yeah.
so yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't like when you say she was upset because she's playing a form of the devil, and it's like, well, no, it's not actually.
No.
All right. Moving on. Can we talk about not Xander, Oz?
Yes, we can talk about Oz.
And again, we have a scene
Mm-hmm.
with him being far too emotionally mature.
Yeah.
Far too emotionally mature for what he's doing, where he has his girlfriend, though she's pretty much offering to have sex.
Yeah.
Saying that she wants to have sex, but because it's for the wrong reason,
yeah.
he rejects her.
Yeah.
I don't know whether...
Yeah, well, he's not a teenage boy, so none of them are teenagers. Yeah, I mean, a teenage guy passing up sex, I mean, yeah. Unrealistic. Unwatchable.
Yeah, probably the most unrealistic part of this episode. But it did make me think that, they do say that Joss wrote Xander as like an insert character. So Xander's slightly based on Joss Whedon. But I think Oz is who Joss Whedon wishes he was.
Yeah. I think I do too, actually. Seth Green's pretty cool.
Yeah, but he's just, you talk about your Mary Sue, who's just good at everything. That's Oz. Like, he just never does anything wrong.
Yeah, I can say that. Mary Sue, yeah.
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 He's just,
Always got the right thing to say, hasn't he?
Super smart. Plays in a band, so he's got the cool factor.
Yeah.
He has that sort of stoic coolness going for him.
Yeah.
And really cool hair.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like, I reckon he's written as the character you want to be.
Yeah.
Now, the reason for the snowfall at the end.
The reason for it.
Yes.
Oh.
So, and this goes more into Angel, the TV series as well, because I was reading up a theory. Like, there's lots of theories behind this, because it doesn't really make actually a lot of sense. Why does the first bring Angel back?
So it is the first that did it. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that. Is that confirmed?
Yeah. So it's confirmed that the first brought Angel back from the Hell dimension. But it's not really saying it's always fairly foggy as to what the reason for that is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of thinking after this episode that it's he's come back so that it can manipulate him to kill Buffy.
Right. Why would it feel threatened by Buffy?
Yeah, exactly.
Why would it care?
Exactly. But it isn't evil and Buffy is doing good.
All right. So just for...
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it can.
But there is also prophecies and things revolving around Angel.
Oh, here we go. The prophecies again.
Yeah, so there's these prophecies in Angel. So maybe the first is privy to that. So, but you don't know what side Angel's meant to be on.
Right, okay.
So, could be that. You don't know.
So but then why did it snow?
Yeah, so there are these beings called the powers that be in Angel.
Yeah.
And, they can't control a lot, but that's perhaps something that they can control.
So they made it snow.
Yeah, they made it snow.
Okay, that was nice of them.
Yes.
But by making it snow, it's kind of saved Angel?
Yeah, it saves him.
Oh, so they did it to save him?
Yes.
Okay, so they're good guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, they kind of sound evil.
The powers that be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're good.
Oh, they're good. All right.
Yeah, they that's what Angel is based around. Is that they use Angel to do their bidding.
Right. Oh, okay. So, all right. They kind of sound malevolent, almost. The powers that be.
They are perhaps slightly.
Yeah.
It turns out, but you you don't know that yet. Yeah. So, the miracle that happens at the end is.
So he's able to walk around in a daylight then.
Well, when it snows, there's no proper sun. Like, you need proper sunlight to
so can you run around in the shade? Like if it's raining, can you walk around?
Oh, you'll see. Like I think it's the next season where Spike's back and he just runs around in a blanket most of the time.
Yeah, but if it is raining, like can he walk around? Do they push that envelope?
Not really.
No. Okay.
They do a lot of indirect sunlight situations.
Just standing in the shade, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to know.
You really get a look into Xander's home life in this episode. Like you kind of find you sort of get little glimpses that his home life is actually not very good.
Yeah, we don't see his parents, though, do we?
You do eventually.
Oh, yeah. We haven't at this point.
No.
But
yeah, but you kind of find out that things are not good.
Well, Cordelia said something about because he says he likes to sleep outside on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And she said, it's because you don't want to hear your parents screaming at each other when they're drunk.
Yeah. Your family's drunk and fights.
Yeah. Oh, well, speaking of Cordelia, she was quite snarky in this too, wasn't she? This episode.
She's back to old form.
Yeah. So she's out of the gang and back with the clique. Well, it didn't sound like she was with the clique.
She wasn't really back with the clique, but
she's going to Aspen where there's real snow.
Actual snow. Yeah, in Sweatydale. But yeah, so Xander does get his little amends, I suppose, to speak as well to Buffy and his behaviour towards Angel. And he helps. But then again, I don't know whether he's just helping so that he doesn't have to be at home with his drunk fighting parents and family. Had you seen this episode?
No. So I've only seen one episode. Twice.
And did you go down any rabbit holes?
Yeah, I guess so. Barry White.
Really? Barry
Feature song.
White?
Barry White. You remember Barry White?
I do know who Barry White
People
is.
make me sick.
I was about to say, oh, you mean Barry White from The Simpsons?
From The Simpsons. I didn't realise how long he's passed away. 2003 he died. He was only in his 50s. It's quite sad. It's, if you love his smooth music and smooth voice, yeah, that was just reading about him.
And what interesting facts did you find out about Barry White?
No, not really.
Other than he loves the soothing,
Smooth sound of a
sexy slithering snake.
Oh yeah. So no, it was just really that, and then it got me on to the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
How did you get there?
I don't know. So the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. You know all those stars that they have in Hollywood?
Oh, I'm very aware when I had to recreate some of those on stage.
2,690 of them there are.
Wow.
It'd be amazed that probably most of those people no one people have never heard of. Because they are,
in beautiful pink, what is it, that terrazzo?
Yeah, with the brass and all that. I was just sort of reading up about that. What sort of caught my eye on it was the unique ones and unusual ones. So there's lots with just one name stars.
Okay.
Yeah, like Pink, Liberace, and Roseanne. Oh, and Slash.
Slash.
Yeah, Slash has one. There are a few doubles of people with the same name.
Oh.
There's a couple of Harrison Fords.
Oh.
The other Harrison Ford was a silent film actor, so I don't think any relation. Some have multiple stars. Like all the
Okay.
Beatles have their own stars, and they have one as the Beatles.
Okay.
Michael Jackson has a couple as well as himself and as a Jackson 5. And there's lots of there was a few errors with their names being spelt wrong. Julia Louis-Dreyfus had her name spelt wrong on her star.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently Dick Van Dyke as well. Yeah, I've actually seen them before. I have been to LA before, and I remember like going on the stars. And,
So
you
is
get
it like in Pretty Woman where there's lots of like prostitutes?
I didn't notice the prostitutes though. I wasn't looking, and it was during the day, so stay away from the day hookers, eh? Fictional characters. There's lots of fictional characters. Mickey Mouse, Godzilla has one. Pee Wee Herman has one. Lassie,
Okay.
Rin Tin Tin. That's the German Shepherd dog that fought the Nazis.
Okay.
The Muppets have one. Kermit has one, and Big Bird has one.
Oh.
Yeah. Everyone keeps trashing Donald Trump's star. A couple of people have got sledgehammers and just smashed it a few times. That's happened a number of times. And the guy actually admitted to it. For TV, I guess.
Okay.
For he's a apprentice show. So maybe we can get one day.
Somehow doubt that.
Somehow doubt it. Yeah. Really scraping the bottom of the barrel if we get one. You never know. But no, that's about it. So pretty uneventful. A Hollywood Walk of Fame. Maybe we'll go there someday.
Yeah, one day.
One day
When we win the lottery.
We win the lottery and we're allowed out of our house.
Or when all this COVID shit is over. Which is sounding exactly the same as when we win the lottery.
Yeah. All right, let's get into question time.
All right.
Answer the question.
Okay, Jared. Which character was your favourite?
I couldn't really find one, to be honest. I did
Hard
like
for this episode.
I did
wasn't
like
it?
seeing Miss Calendar again.
Yeah, I kind of like seeing Jenny again.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say it was my favourite, but I did like seeing her again.
Yeah.
So, but I did write Buffy down.
And it'll be, I wrote Giles down, but I was like, but I did like seeing Jenny again.
Yeah, if it's not really her character per se, but she's in there, so
Yeah. Which character do you love to hate?
And then I said Jenny Calendar. The first. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, the first.
Yes.
The
Kind of intense.
taunter.
The Taunter.
The taunter.
Yeah, I like that. The Taunter.
Can't really do much other than talk.
Yeah, and then does that weird, scary ghost thing. Ooh,
Change into people. Seems to know a lot as well. So, what was the most memorable fight scene?
So not really any fight scenes.
There were
Only that one with the priest, but it wasn't really that memorable. That's about all I could really come up with.
Yeah, so I went with the scene with Buffy and Angel, and they're in the bedroom. It's not really a fight scene. It's sort of a verbal. It looks like he's about to attack her, though. He's saying to her to stay away from him. But it's shot in this way that it's like focusing on her neck.
Yeah.
Like as he's talking.
And then he looks at the bed as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he was thinking there.
Yeah, it's this very intense, weird scene, and it's shot in this way that kind of implies that he wants to really hurt her.
Yeah, and he comes over to tell her not to come and see.
Yeah,
It's like writing, "Do not read this note."
yes, exactly. Yeah, that's actually a completely perfect way of describing it. Which is why I'm like, I don't think he was entirely there to say stay away. Like I think he didn't really know what he was gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go with LOL moment.
I think when Buffy was talking about, I'm having all these dreams with Angel, and they're all like quite sexual dreams. It's like, what are the dreams about? It's like, well, that's not really important right now.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Jesus, you brought it up.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's the one with the first going, "You think you can fight me? I'm not a demon, little girl. I am something you can't even conceive. The first evil, beyond sin, beyond death. I am the thing the darkness fears. You'll never see me. I am everywhere." What is it? "You will never see me, but I am everywhere. Every being, every thought, every drop of hate." And Buffy interrupts with, "All right, I get it. You're evil. Do we have to chat about it all day?" And that gets rid of it.
I like that.
Yeah, it did.
It
Worked.
got rid of it.
Yeah. Scared her off.
That's how Buffy got rid of her. Just gave her some sass.
Yeah.
Anyway. Favorite scene?
Yeah, the Giles and Angel meeting for the first time.
Yeah, that's what I have as
Yeah.
well. It's something about that. Yeah, the way that he just walks into the other room and Angel's kind of like, I can't come in unless you invite me, and he's just like, "I know," and then points the crossbow at him. But also that scene where all of a sudden Jenny appears as well, and you're not quite sure what's happening at that point. And Giles gets some very good one-liners in there. And there's a lot of Angel going, "I need to know why I'm here and why I was brought back." And yeah.
Yeah, the existential crisis is still tearing him apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel trying to get his answers to the big life questions from Giles, pretty much. Okay, what was your least favorite scene?
Oh, the Oz and Willow.
Yeah, I've got that too. There's something kind of weird about the way that she had I think it's like Mountain Dew or something
Yeah.
in an ice bucket.
An ice bucket. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. There's like a little I don't know what you call them. But you normally put champagne.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
put champagne or wine
Showing
in
her innocence.
and she had like Mountain Dew.
Ew. Crab juice, please.
Oh, come on, real teenager would actually have wine in there.
Yeah. Spirits. Throw in the heavy stuff.
Favorite quote?
Yeah, I was going to go with when Angel and Miss Calendar first meet, and Angel says, "You're not here," and Miss Calendar replies, "I'm always here."
Yeah, mine's going to be a little bit longer than
Well, a
that.
bit longer than that? Oh, all right.
Well, I was always going to quote the entire hilltop scene, but I'm just looking at it going, I think that's just going to be a little bit too indulgent.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do the last little bit with Angel going, Buffy, please, just this once, let me be strong. And by strong, he means letting him die.
Yeah.
And Buffy goes, strong is fighting, strong is hard, and it's painful, and it's every day. It's what we have to do, and we do it together. But if you're too much of a coward for that, then burn. If I can't convince you that you belong in this world, then I don't know what can. But do not expect me to watch, and don't expect me to mourn for you because, and then it starts snowing.
Oh, it's not really funny, is it?
No.
Oh, sorry.
And it walks. But I do remember being a bit shocked that it just ends there. Like they just walk down the mountain holding hands.
Yeah, it is a little
in the
jarring,
snow.
isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
very, very jarring.
There's no sort of resolution to that conversation they have. Like
yeah.
he doesn't say he's not going to do it anymore. They just start. It's like maybe something was cut out, maybe, or I don't know.
Not really.
just-
but
it's quite
that's
abrupt.
why. But when they're on top of that hill, I kind of envision Joss Whedon when he's writing it. He's like congratulating himself on the back, going, "Oh my god, this is the best thing I've ever written ever." This is so philosophical. This is so good. This is thought provoking. This has so much feeling and meaning in it. Patting himself on the back a little bit.
Bullshit!
Oh, so you don't agree with me?
No, yeah, that's what he said. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, because you're being sarcastic. So I'm agreeing with your sarcasm.
Am I being sarcastic?
Yeah, you're saying he's patting himself on the back.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll cut that out.
Yeah. So that's what I meant about this episode is a little bit, and I think it's that scene that's very self-indulgent.
Yeah.
And melodramatic, like
Yeah.
overly melodramatic.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah, yeah. We didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
It's sort of, he's all upset, but yeah, okay.
Yeah. And yeah, she eventually talks him down, but you don't know whether it was the snow or what Buffy actually said got through to him.
Yeah, they just sort of stop arguing and then just go for a stroll. Okay,
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
End of episode.
that's how people argue.
Yes. So, and that's how you stop suicidal people from committing suicide.
Why, by making it snow?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Or yelling at them, you're a coward.
Yeah, do a flip.
Oh my god. All right. Best Cordelia freakout moment.
Well, she only had the one scene, didn't she?
And she only really has the one line.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
quite
it's the-
nasty.
It's the I'll be in Aspen
Yeah.
with actual snow.
Hmm.
And the
And the Xander line, she says, "Oh, you'll be sleeping outside, avoiding your parents again because they're drunk and arguing."
I thought you slept outside to avoid your family's drunken Christmas fights.
Yeah, I was trying to work out why the hell he was sleeping outside. They show the montage at the end of everyone what they're doing, and they show him outside.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell's he doing?
Because he
Yeah.
was sleeping
Yeah,
outside.
I missed that.
Oh, okay.
I got it in the second viewing.
Okay. That's because you fell asleep.
Should have watched this after the football.
Who gets the wooden spoon?
Oh, Oz, man, dude, could have got laid.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the first because I don't know, the motivation was a little unclear,
Yeah, true. Yeah, I agree with that.
and then got scared away by Buffy going, "All right, already,
Hmm.
you're evil, duh." And who's the MVP of the episode?
Well, I went with Buffy.
Yeah, Buffy.
Yeah.
Or maybe the powers that be that make it snow.
Well, we don't even know about that yet, so
Okay.
maybe
It's
it was Buffy's talking.
Buffy and the powers that be.
Okay, to join effort.
Joint effort. And last but not least, what do you rate this episode out of 10?
I gave it 4 dead Christmas trees. 'Cause, you know,
Oh, yes, because they were dead
So
Christmas.
dead Christmas trees.
They're conveniently placed.
Hello, you there, boy.
Me, sir?
Yes, you, my good fellow. What day is today?
Today? Why, it's Christmas Day, of course.
Christmas, Eddie. It's a Christmas episode. Maybe we should have done this during Christmas. It's only 4 months away. Bit late.
Well, the stuff is already in the shops, by the way.
Yeah, well, they do it pretty much. Oh, September. Yeah.
Yeah, there was plum pudding. I saw plum puddings and all the decorations are on
Ooh,
that.
I'd love some
sale.
plum pudding right about now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your rating?
Yes, mine is 5 out of 10. Angels on top again.
I forgot about that one. Yeah, that really sort of shook her up when she, Angels on top again? Huh?
Yeah.
What? What?
Yeah. Good old Joyce. Oh, that's the other thing I didn't really mention was Faith was in this episode.
Yeah.
And Faith and Buffy sort of made amends.
Well, yes, they did. Yeah.
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 After what had happened in Revelations, she hasn't been in the past few episodes.
No, yeah, we're missing Faith. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Yeah. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, but I'm really not looking forward to the next episode.
Oh,
so.
jeez. Got me hyped.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna sign off, aren't we? We are
Yes.
Nerd Subculture. My name is Jared,
I'm Edwina.
and you can find us on
TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. There is a Facebook group, and you can email us at nerdsubculture@gmail.com.
And be sure to like, share, subscribe, and do what Eddie said. Shout a comment, and we will catch you next time. Take care.
Bye. Oh, grr.